Hey everybody, Dean here at BodyFit with not another tip or trick video. This video is one that I'm both extremely excited to release and a little bit nervous. It's going to talk about a product that I've devoted countless hours and energy and brain cells to just trying to kind of manipulate and hone and turn into an actual tangible product that I can supply you guys with. And I couldn't be more excited about it because, to be honest, the fitness industry needs something like this. I can't find it anywhere else, and it's really needed. So normally with a video, I've actually scripted it and I've kind of walked myself through the script just so that it kind of flows a little bit better. Unfortunately, this product is so new and I don't even have a name for it yet actually. So for now, we're going to be labeling it and hashtagging it the program. But it's so new. There's so much to cover that I can't really script this. So this is just going to kind of be me talking to you guys. So I'm going to start with kind of where it all came from, and then go from there, and kind of how it came to exist. So it was all developed basically because my time is limited owning BodyFit and operating it. I'm not just a trainer anymore, and neither is Angela. I mean, we both kind of share the responsibilities, and it becomes difficult. To kind of maintain that original personal trainer status that we used to have, and that really was the foundation of our career. So I had some people approach me that are not members of BodyFit; they're just friends, and one in particular I'm going to talk about. He really wanted me to help him. He really wanted me to design a program for him, but like I said, my time was so limited. I couldn't get it. I couldn't get him into my schedule to actually train him. So I just said, you know what? Obviously, you're a friend of mine. I'll see what I can do. I'll start putting some stuff together for you, and see if I can't develop a program for you to kind of follow. So a lot of our time was spent emailing, texting, and phone calls. And I pretty much I knew that the only way he was going to get the success that he wanted was I had to cover all aspects, and I had to basically take the wheel, if you will. I had to take over everything he was doing. Because he definitely needed to change. He didn't come to me as an ex-athlete that just stepped off the field. I mean, there was room for improvement, to say the least, and we'll leave it at that. So there was definitely goals he wanted to hit, and I knew that I could get him there, but I was a little bit nervous in terms of all the room for error, because as trainers, the struggle is, I see my average client twice a week. That's 2 hours a week. That's not much time. There's a lot of room for error. There's a lot of hours in the week following that for them to make mistakes, and it's rightfully so because it's just a lack of education. So through developing this program for him and kind of watching him transcend and walk through the physical changes that I saw to seeing where he's at now, it blew my mind. I mean, he not only did he exceed and reach his goals and blow those out of the water, but he exceeded my expectations. And that's not to say that it wasn't from his hard work. I mean, at the end of the day, I basically told him what he needed to do, and he was the one that got his butt up out of bed or whatever and made it happen. But from watching that, and watching that stuff take place, it made it clear to me that I had something that I could offer the public other than just training. Because to be honest, my training programs now, the way that I do things with my clients, it's not training. I mean, my wife and I, we're not trainers anymore. We've kind of, and I'm happy to say it, but we've outgrown that. That's the old style of the industry that doesn't get results anymore, in my opinion. And the reason why, again, is because it's no longer a, hey, come and get a workout with me, and then all right, cool, I'll see you next week. That stuff doesn't get people results. There's too much room for error. So I literally call myself a consultant now. I mean, with the programs that I have for my clients, when they're working with me, they have access to me 24 hours a day. I can't always promise I'll answer 24 hours a day, but they have access to me 24 hours a day. If they're out at dinner on a Friday night and they want to text me a picture of a menu, they can. And it's not because I'm trying to micromanage them. It's because until they've reached the end of the program and they have that education behind them, they need to kind of be mentored through this. Because again, there's so much room for error, and the problem now in this industry, and when I say this, there's some tremendously effective products on the market. There's some great products on the market, but the concern I have and the problem that I have with them is a lot of them teach clients and members and the general public to become dependent on them. And that's a great thing from the actual developer of the product, because they've got a consumer that is dependent on that product. It doesn't get any better. But the unfortunate thing is, again, what are you going to do when you run out of the product? What are you going to do when you run out of that pill? What are you going to do when you run out of that magic stuff? And then what? So there's not a whole lot of validity to that stuff, in my opinion, because for something to be valid, it should be a program that you walk through one time, and when you're done, you're done. You have the tools that you need to make sure that those changes are sustainable for the rest of your life. And that's really what this program is all about. It takes you from your starting point to your finishing point, but then it also teaches you how to maintain that stuff. So if you go on vacation and you have no access to a gym, you can't even exercise. If you're stuck in a stinking hotel room for 2 weeks, there's things that we can do to ensure that you don't take steps backwards. You might not progress forward because obviously you're not exercising, but we're gonna make darn sure you don't step backwards. And that's literally, I haven't found a client yet that put themselves in a position where I was like, I don't know what to do. I can't help you. So, and again, the beautiful thing is when they're done and we shake hands and they walk away, it's the last time they have to go down that road. It's the last transformation they have to make. So, again, I finally honed it. Like I said, I've talked a lot about a book that I wrote, and that book's just about done. That's kind of an extension of this program. It kind of goes more in depth on the mental stuff, which is a tremendous part of it. I've got so many people that are so capable, but they just kind of have to get themselves in a different mental state. So, that's part of that consulting thing that I do now. I'm not a trainer. I mean, we spend so much time and energy outside of the gym working with our clients to ensure the results. So, anyways, I want to keep this video short. So I'm gonna stop there in terms of talking about the program, but I just wanted to get this out. Stay tuned for the client testimonials and the before and afters. I've got the majority of them set up. I've got a few more coming. I'm going to be starting with one gentleman in specific. His name is Ryan, so definitely look for him on my Facebook and my social media stuff. He's one that literally I never even saw him. I mean, we're work colleagues, and that's it. So, he wasn't in the gym with me. And this was all just basically plug and play. So those of you that are not members of BodyFit, those of you that live in other states, I mean, you can get the same results. It's up to you. So don't miss this stuff. This is a big one. I'll see you guys soon.